It's so hot outside, I can't even, it's hard. Hello and welcome to yet another studio album review. This time I got a good listen to this pretty anticipated electronic debut, an album with a very minimal title, 9, by CASHMERE CAT, a pseudonym under which the Norwegian, born and raised, 29 years old, Magnus August Høiberg goes. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. After a couple of interesting EPs, impressive production credits, Grammy nomination, and a series of demo leak, we finally have this 10 tracks, 34 minutes long album shaping the good side of this slightly experimental infused modern pop music, showing just how lucky Høiberg got in a couple of years over working and being friends and roommates with Benny Blanco. I mean, all those collaborations on the album. This is partly Benny's fault. And the album came out via his label, by the way, Mad Love Records. 9 is a great sound book of both CASHMERE CAT in retrospect, tracks recorded for different periods of times and states of mind, and him presenting the very much now way of producing and way of getting around all this celebrity involvement stuff. The whole working, being a public figure, being in the center of attention experience seems painfully awkward through Magnus's recent interviews. Yet, wow, on the record, there's no particular collaboration disharmony. This is a good electronic musician and producer skill right there. To use your guest's voice as a part of your working palette and space, which he manages to pull off 60% of the time on this record. It's interesting considering that apparently this guy has quite a hard time going around other people. It seems like he puts that aside on the debut. Of course, all the collabs were chosen carefully and thoughtfully. It doesn't include anything that weird or much different from the usual electronic pop collab style. Some pop stars, some R&B, a little bit of that hip-hop taste. The fact that I sometimes lose the sense of someone famous singing over this make me think that the features were blended really well, to the point of non-defiance. It sounds like just another tune on a Kai soundboard. And when that happens on the track, this is good. This is great, actually. This works perfectly. The opener, Night Night, for example, features Kalani, who just fits perfectly with all the orchestration of this track. I like how the strings match with the glitching and the soft background vocal touch. I love the slightly more menacing tone hitting off the first minute mark of the track and all the atmospheric mood swings on it. Same with EUROPA Pools. Those two together go perfectly as this debut's first track choices. Build up on this track might not be that particularly interesting, but the countdown, the quick change after the first minute, and the chorus drop give me life. Casey Hill is very sweet, very soft, a little bit more mourning. If you'd ask me to describe the mood of CASHMERE CAT's tracks, I'd say sweet, soft, sad dance party. There's of course an amazing title track. The fact that he changed the album's title last minute is a conspiracy on its own. Plus, no one really knows the real story behind 9 yet, and probably we won't ever know, but there's this really sweet coming of age and falling in love with strangers story in the music video for the track. This is truly album's hit. For me personally, it wins over because it includes the one and only Samuel Long, aka Sophie. We're all obsessed. The chorus, the incredible chorus, with all the MSM craziness, dog barks reminiscent synth sounds, and the sense of destruction is just everything. Sophie's production and influence on it is evident, super evident, but yet not as screaming as in his solo stuff, for example. So if you want to get yourself into more experimental electronic pop stuff, try this chorus and repeat and you probably get it. Moo's vocals actually are really pleasing too. I like her presence on this track a lot, and track's ending is so beautifully melancholic, yet again creating the same sad party vibe. Wild Love track made me fall in love and believe in Høiberg's experimental side. Back then, when it first came out last year, the future bass inspired track, I loved the pitched vocals and the way how Weeknd's soulful delivery flows with Francis' vocoder. I love all the distorted, glitchy synths and the main subtle beat. The weirdness of this track is this track's main beauty point, and I'm a fan. The closer on the album, Please Don't Go, kind of mixes the openers and Wild Love's parts. Has the same vibes, the glitchiness of it all, good female collab work, and together it sounds perfectly to close this particular musician's debut record. Quit is unfortunately not my cup of tea, though I can't see why so many people love this track. Ariana is really sweet, and it actually made me wish that she had something like this more in her solo stuff than she already does. Quit probably sounds the most feature-based, feature-driven, yet the chimes and the bells do stand out. Grande stands out just a bit more. Same with Trust Nobody. It's for sure the most radio-friendly one on the album, and it's good, you know? Good for Cash producing all them pop hits for hip kids. But it leaves behind all the experimental tries and do's. It leaves behind the magic of making people like Selena Gomez or Ariana Grande or Tory Lanez sound as experimental as possible. And they're not the problem. Wild Love with Weeknd and Francis showed just how well it could be executed. This one it sounds much more like a single collab with Cash and Blanco invited to produce it, rather than a track for a solo by an artist, CASHMERE CAT. Love Incredible falls into the same category, though that hook, it's quite catchy. Camilla's vocals, though, are a mess. They're not really good. I mean, she's not terrible, but it's also a little bit off-putting, especially during the verses, especially during the first verse of the track. It's just like, oh, no, what are you doing? Sophie is invited on this one too, Love Incredible, to produce it, to help to produce it. But it's so subtle. I mean, it's too subtle. He wasn't even included in the title as the feature, so it doesn't really matter that much. Good examples of CASHMERE CAT produced music. Infinite Stripes both showed CASHMERE CATs, and Ty Dolla $ign's different type of sides. The pleasant, spacious R&B flow of this track, from the samples in the beginning till the glitchy instrumental bridge, is top class, and Ty, he fully flashes his softer side, which is really nice actually. For some reason the ending of this track is a little bit too abrupt, but in the track list of the album it actually flows quite well into the next track, The Victorious Veil. The only one instrumental track of the release, and I love this track. It's quite a different one, even though all the production points, classic production points by CASHMERE CAT are there. The 90s drama reminiscent samples surprised me for the better, for sure, and this piano edition was really nice. Besides making it sound like someone else's single tracks, the other problem of this album is that it feels like CASHMERE CAT abundance the instrumental led tracks, and it's quite unfortunate. I don't understand this obsession of making an EDM album fully collab driven. I do understand that it's so cool that you can show how well you can flick the sound and make it work with every guest vocalist you have, but hey, we need those instrumentals sometimes even a little bit more than what we have in the end. Some of my most favorite parts on this album are these weird tiny instrumental experiments, rather than people like Ariana and Selena Gomez hitting those notes, attention and money. After listening to this record for many times, I do crave for the official studio instrumental versions of these tracks to get myself immersed more into Høiberg's actual sound making style. I feel like he has a great potential and just needs a push, some confidence, and a platform to showcase his innovative skills and experimentation, to which I look forward mostly in his future music. What are your thoughts on CASHMERE CAT's debut record? heard? Were you impressed, or you weren't impressed at all? Leave a comment down below, like this video, share this video, follow us on social media, and subscribe to our channel to see more electronic reviews and all those different videos about music we do. Love yourself, embrace yourself, be creative, and create. Peace off.